Hello everyone, I'm glad you could make it back over here to Rathbone Manor today, because I'm going to be taking a look at the second knife that Böker were very kind enough to send to me. Without further ado, we'll whip it out of the box and have a look, shall we? Very nice box as per usual, magnetically closed. What have we got for you today then, guys? Move those carefully over there. Take it out of the bag. There we go. The Böker Plus worldwide. With ever stricter knife regulations appearing, Böker thought it would be a good idea if they introduced a knife that could be carried in most countries around the world. And what they've come up with is this little fellow, the worldwide. It is a Chad Los Banos design again, very nice too. This is a very good quality knife, very well made. Let's just have a closer look at it, shall we? And we will start with this beautifully finished blade. Just look at the finish on that, really shiny. It is a bit of a fingerprint magnet, as you can see. It's hollow grind. We've got a nice swedge at the top here. The Böker logo in the blade there. We've got some very nice jimping, not only at the top of the blade, but also on the top of the back spring, and carried on through the liners and the Zytel handles here, scales. We've got one, two, there's 4 different placements for the pocket clip, which is an extremely strong pocket clip. Look at the finish on here as well. It's all held together with Torx screws by the looks of things. What's it like on the inside then? Well, there we go, guys. Nicely finished in there too. Even where it's out of sight, they've done a good job of finishing it. Very nice. And so we've got the pocket clip, which is mountable in 4 positions. The blade is AUS 8, and we've got a CB, I take it that is, or CLB actually, CLB design, Chad Los Banos. And my great big fat fingerprints all over the blade there, look. Very nice too. So once again, another high quality knife from Böker. And I'd like to thank them for sending this sample over for me to review. It's very kind of you guys. What's it like to hold then, in the hand? Not too bad at all actually. This jimping on the top of the blade here is a little sharp in its execution on the edges here. You can really feel it. I mean, you're not going to, your thumb is definitely not going to slip on that. Don't know if you can see this, but there we go. That's what the jimping can do for your thumb. So it's definitely not going to slip off the blade anytime soon then. Okay, let's continue with our look at the knife itself, shall we? Very good quality. The finish on the blade is very nice indeed, very highly polished. They've even managed to polish in the nail nick here. I've had a few knives from China that have been absolutely full of crap in there basically, but this has been really finished really well actually, to be honest with you. We have some stainless steel liners that have actually been skeletonized to reduce the weight a bit. It is very comfortable to hold. I'm not getting any hot spots at all, not even from the pocket clip. No, it's quite nice actually. What about reverse? It's even comfortable in the reverse grip as well, look. And of course it's got a massively strong back spring on there, which is why it has this 90-degree lock going on. And listen to this. Yeah, see, that's seriously does take quite a bit of effort to open the blade out, and you can actually see, whoops, the backspring is quite thick as well. Look, here we can see it sticking out. I'll just open the blade properly, and there we go. It's a job to do this because the blade is so strong. The spring is so strong. But look, there we go. See it? Hopefully you guys can see that. There we are. So a very strong backspring then. We've got a bit of a recurve in the blade just here. Nice big belly. And so we've got a nice hollow grind as well. I wonder how sharp this blade is. I think it's time we got the bitzer bag in, don't you? And here we are with the bitzer bag. We'll start with the usual sheet of paper, see if we can knock a corner off of it. Can we do it? Oh, if I can do it. Yeah, there we go. Not particularly very good at this, but it would appear that the worldwide is very good at it. There we go. Yeah, it's not too bad at all then, is it? Some cardboard with a little bit of sellotape on the back. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look. I was quite happy with that then. Nice. And what else we got in here then? Let's try me a little bit of wire, cable, speaker cable style stuff. Right, can I get hold of it? There we go. Get the blade in there. Well, yeah, that was absolutely nothing for it, really. Chopping block in, and yep, listen. Fantastic. There they go on the floor again for Mrs. Rathbone. What else we got? Well, if I can get it out, hang on. There's this horrible rope stuff I've got. I'm not going to worry about it too much because it's really, really cheap, and it's not costing me a great deal to chop it into little pieces to make even more mess. So if we can get this right, hang on. So there we go. That I can actually get hold of, like so. Yeah. Yes. Quite likes that, doesn't it? As well. Oh wow, look at that on the belly. That's just awesome. Have I got any of this much better? Well, I don't think so anymore. No. Unfortunately, there's no more blue rope left, which is a shame because that was some really good stuff. I must try and get some more of that from somewhere. We've got some heavy duty zip ties here. Try that. Yep. What about Link's seatbelt? Should we try Link's seatbelt on it? Because I mean, look, if you remember the DW1, look how much longer the blade is on this. Right, let's fold it over. See if we can cut a chunk off of it. Have a listen. Yep, all apart from that little endy bit there, but there we are. And piercing. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it likes that then. Good. Right then. I've got some quite hefty cable here, look. What if we can chop through that? Shall we give it a try? Might be a bit over the top. We'll give it a try anyway. Oh. Oh yeah. And that's cut through quite a lot of fairly hefty cables here. We've got some foil screen and the drain wire, not to mention, of course, the outer insulation on it. Yep, so a very sharp blade then. Very nice. I like that. Very successful there then. No damage to the blade, I don't think, either. It doesn't feel like there's any, it still feels nice and sharp. And it's still hacking its way through cardboard as well, look. So, sweet. Okay, so for a few dimensions and a weight, we'll get the tape measure out for a start. Overall length, you're looking at around about 172 mil long. The blade length on this little fellow is about 68 mil. There you go, 68 millimeters long. How wide is it? Width on the handle, you're looking about 12 mil, I think, by the looks of it, on the handle there. What about weight-wise? How much does this thing weigh? Okay, we'll pop it on the scales then. There he is, 154 grams, or 5 3/8 of an ounce. So this is another very nice knife then, guys. You've got a beautiful finish on the blade. We've got some nice machining in the scales here on both sides. There we go. Can't see it so well because of the pocket clip here. We've also got a lanyard hole here too. It might be worth my trying some paracord. Look at the state of that. How am I going to get that through there? Chop that off. We'll try to get it through the lanyard hole, shall we? I think it's going to be a bit. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Yeah, I should have melted the end, to be honest with you. But it is kind of going through there. There we are. So paracord will fit through here quite well indeed then. So I think this is a very high quality knife. I like it a lot. I think it's got Zytel grips on it. Zytel scales. Feel nice. Very, very strong pocket clip. The jimping on the back of the blade here is quite sharp on the edges. As I say, it will stop your thumb from slipping off. I don't know what it would do in your pocket though. If you was to carry it in your pocket, whether it would shred anything on the way in and out. But it's, yes, a very nicely executed blade is this. Very, very strong back spring, which I think there are other knives out there that claim to be world legal as well, and they also have a very strong back spring. I say that's why we have this half stop going on here, because if it was to go over all the way, it would go with quite a lot of force and probably take your finger off with it, I would imagine. So there we have it, everyone. This very nice Chad Los Banos design for Böker. Designed by him to be carried in most countries around the world where they have strict knife laws. I do like the knife a lot actually. Very well made, very strong, exceedingly strong back spring on here, but then that's the idea because it makes it harder to open, so you're not able to flick it open. You've got to make a concerted effort to open the thing. And it should make it a lot less weapony, shall we say, in the eyes of the authorities, like over here in the UK, where they don't really like you to carry anything sharp and pointy, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, they say you can carry little short blades, but they don't really like you carrying blades or pointy things here in the UK at all. I do. I carry small little slip joint knives all the time, but they don't like it, to be honest with you. So what do you guys think of this knife then? Would you like one? Would you carry it every day? A very nice blade this. Very well, very good quality, very well made. If you've not done so already, you can subscribe, you can click like, you can share it with your friends. Maybe they're thinking about purchasing one of these little beauties, and I can highly recommend it actually. I really can. And I'm not saying that because Böker sent it in to me. Very kindly I asked them for it along with the DW1, and they were kind enough to send it in for me to review. As you know, if you've seen some of my reviews, if a knife doesn't work, I will say so. This one works. I like it a lot. Alright then guys, you can also follow me on Instagram which is where I put up pictures of all the new kit and gear that I get in, so that you guys knows what's coming along. Yeah, great knife. Thank you very much once again, Böker, for sending it in, and I will catch you guys here at Rathbone Manor in the very near future for another knife review, I'm sure. Mind how you go, guys, and I'll catch you later. Bye. With ever with increasingly strict knife regulations around the world, especially here in the UK, Böker thought it would be a good idea to introduce a knife that could be carried in most countries around the world, and they've come up with the worldwide. Excuse me. No, that's not going to do either, is it?